Genesis 27 and 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. 31. And he also had made savory meat. So there you go, man. Esau can cook. He can cook and feed himself. And he can hunt and keep the meat from the animals that he hunted, right, to feed himself. He just didn't. You know what I'm saying? And brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. 32. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison, and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yeah, and he shall be blessed. So he's like, man, I already did the deal, right? I already passed on the blessings that were Isaac's, and now he passed it on to Jacob, who had to pose as Esau to receive what was rightfully his, and all this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Genesis 27:34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and an exceeding bitter cry. So there you go, man. This is how Edomites, so-called white people, this is how they handle things right here. Alright? When they finally get caught up, right, and they're held accountable for their actions, this is it, right here. Alright? One people shall be stronger than another. They can't handle it. Continuing. And said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O father. So look, he had already given up his birthright, which was those blessings that Isaac had given Jacob, right? And he still wants blessings, right? He doesn't want to face, he doesn't want to face the music that he gave up his blessings, right? So here he is begging and crying for anything, really, right? He doesn't want to believe it. Genesis 27:35. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. 36. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? Alright, I want to stop right there, and I want to get into this word devil, right? Because these Edomites, right, so-called white people, they are the devil the Bible speaks of. And here's why. Because he's claiming that Jacob took away his birthright and took away his blessing. No, Esau gave it away. Alright? He's just being held accountable for his actions right here, and he can't take it. So what does he start doing, right? Let's see. Devil. Middle English devil, from Old English diaphol, from late Latin diabolus, from Greek diablos, literally slanderer. Alright, let's look up what slanderer means, okay? Definition of slander: the utterance of false charges. There you go. That's Esau, Edom, so-called white people, the descendants of Esau. It started with Esau. The utterance of false charges or misrepresentations which defame and damage another's reputation. Whose reputation are they trying to, or is Esau trying to defame and damage? Jacob's. A false and defamatory oral statement about a person. That's exactly what he just did about Jacob. Speaking of Jacob. Okay. 27:36 once again. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. Being a devil is what he's doing right now. And he has said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And still asking for something he doesn't deserve. Genesis 27:37. But Isaac got him. Don't worry, Isaac got him. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord. There you go, and that's prophecy. We are the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the Israelites scattered abroad. The confusion of faces, right? The elect man, the 144,000, the 1/3 of Israel, man, they're going to be your Lord, right? And all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? So he's like, man, I gave Jacob everything. What am I going to give you? All right, Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, still crying? My father still whining. Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, all right, like a little girl. Okay, Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, for the meantime, while you're still around and your descendants are still around, you get to have the dwelling of the entire earth, right? So through conquest, colonization, rape, rob, and murder, right? We know what went down, okay? There's every continent on this planet is waving a flag that belongs to these Edomites, these so-called white people, in one form or another, all right? Through their many European or Greco-Roman establishments. And of the dew of heaven from above. Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass. And that's the prophecy right there. By the sword thou shalt live, all the way up until this day. The new sword, right? The modern day sword, or your firearms, right? The ultimate sword, right? Are these nukes. And shalt serve thy brother. Okay, so ultimately, after everything's said and done, he's gonna serve. You know, he's gonna be held accountable for his actions, and he's gonna serve Jacob. He's gonna serve the Israelites. All right, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right, but for a time being, right, he's gonna enslave Jacob. Right, he's gonna make Israel serve him. Right, and that's where we're at today. We're at the end of that today, right? But it's still going on. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are serving captivity in the Americas and abroad under Edomites and these other heathen nations. Okay, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob. All right, you don't want to do that. Jacob just received the blessings, right? So curseth he that curseth you, right? And Esau hated Jacob. What does Esau care? Esau doesn't care about anything. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him, right? So Esau's mad because he was held accountable for his actions. You know, just your normal Edomite right there. You know, the descendants who are now your so-called white people, man, that's how they operate, you know? Completely mad, you know, upset, angry when they have to be held accountable for their actions, right? That's why they don't like hearing about slavery. They don't like hearing about conquest. You know, they say get over it, or that was in the past. You know, let bygones be bygones. We're all good now. Nah, man, that's not the case. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and this is very important. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So right here, right, even after everything Esau has already done, right here he says, then will I slay my brother Jacob, right? And that's where we're at today, and that's where we're headed to as well, right? Not only has he done it all throughout history, right, all throughout time, he's doing it today, you know, gunning down black, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the street with his plantation police, you know, incarcerating them at a higher rate of any other country on the face of the earth, right? As well as killing them at the border, right? All the so-called illegal aliens, man, those are Israelites, and you're gonna have to pay for that. All right.